All right. To football we go. 68 days until week one NFL season kicks off. ESPN's latest article ranks the best pass rushers in football. Now, you want the good news or the bad news, Reg?
Give me bad first.
Always go bad. Bad news is Vikings don't have a single player in the top 10 rankings. Good news is, nor does the entire NFC North. That means no Rashawn Gary or, Aiden Hutchinson or anyone like that. So good news is Danielle Hunter did make the honorable mentions list in the article, and the article makes certain to note Hunter is, in fact, a top 10 pass rusher in the league when healthy. Only problem is he's missed 26 games the last two seasons. One AFC coach was quoted saying, a long arm power guy, greatest asset, speed and length. Those things will always cause problems. I didn't think he should be what he is. He certainly proved me and a lot of other people wrong. Hunter certainly proved everyone wrong. Drafted in the third round, 2015 out of LSU. Guy was kind of a no-namer, buried on a stacked LSU depth chart with not even a handful of career college sacks to his name. Still, Mike Zimmer, Rick Spielman saw enough in him to take a shot in the third round, develop those raw physical tools, and the rest is history. 85 games later, Hunter has 60 and a half career sacks. And I would argue he is Mike Zimmer's greatest draft and developed player he's ever handpicked and coached. Right ahead of maybe Eric Kendricks and Xavier Rhodes, but that's a discussion for another day. Reggie, your thoughts on Danielle Hunter in the honorable mentions category and where this guy is at in his career as one of the better edge rushers in the NFL as we sit here today?
So, okay, I understand the honorable mention here just because, when you look at some of the other guys in here, Chase Young, Trey Hendrickson, Shaq Barrett, DeMarcus Lawrence, I think that if he's healthy, which is what they mentioned in here, but if he's healthy, I think he's a top 10 guy. Who the heck is Brian Burns? I have never heard of this dude before. He's number 8 on this list.
Sounds made up.
Yeah, I'm looking at him and God bless him. I'm sure he's a young up and coming guy. He's only 24, plays for the Carolina Panthers. He was a first round pick in 2019.
Yeah,
okay.
he went top 15. Yeah.
So I mean, all right, I see him. But I don't know who that is.
Right.
But I think, honestly, if Hunter is healthy last season, he definitely makes this list. They got Cam Jordan on here, at his age. And, you got Chase Young on here as well. And it's look, if he doesn't, tear his ACL and all that stuff, he's probably another guy that's probably top 10 on this list. And so, look, I get it. Hunter is a dog. Just seeing him, standing next to him as I've gone to several Vikings games and seen him up in the press box or whatever like that, the dude is yoked.
He's wild. He's like a created player.
Yeah.
Man. The first time I stood next to him at training camp, he's like a Mortal Kombat player. Jax, those big arms, man.
Absolutely.
He's nuts.
Yeah, I love Jax, by the way.
Great call out.
Love Jax. But if I'm a quarterback and I'm seeing this dude chasing after me, I'm like, I'm running for my life. I'm like, get me out of here. Are you guys not blocking enough? Block him, block him. You see him? So he's a very menacing, scary player when he's healthy. But, like this article said, 26 games over the past 2 seasons he's missed. But when he's healthy, man, good Lord, even when he was healthy last season before he tore the pec, he was disrupting games. He was looking like the Danielle Hunter that we've come to know over the years. And so, I mean, look, kudos to him for even being on honorable mention, because that just means that he is who he is, which is him.
game changer, game wrecker when healthy. That's just what Vikings fans want to see. I think we're at the point where I've said it last week, even with za'darius, I'm not even getting greedy. I'm not even asking for 16, 17 games. Just give me like 13, 14. That's all I want from him because, seeing him go down with another big injury would just be so heartbreaking. I'd be interested to see what Hunter's over-under is on total sacks this year. And you can do that on Bet Online. Bet Online, your number one source for all your betting needs, from MLB to NFL futures. Bet Online offers you all the latest news, scores, and updates, and makes betting easy. Go to betonline.com today. That's betonline.com. So, no za'darius Smith on the list. Again, coming off a back injury, only 29 years old, though. Fourth best pass rusher when healthy 2 seasons ago. No Rashawn Gary for the Packers. Also, how about Robert Quinn getting no love as well? Guy's just been a staple in every team's pass rush he's played for throughout his career. Obviously, we see him twice a year now in Chicago. Who's the bigger snub, in your opinion, of the three?
Definitely Robert Quinn. I am a St. Louis Rams guy through and through, and Robert Quinn was a game wrecker. I think one year he had 20 and a half sacks, and Chris Long was like, this dude is like the greatest dude I've ever played with. And like going back to those old Jeff Fisher teams, you had Robert Quinn, Chris Long, Michael Brockers, and Aaron Donald all on the same defensive line.
Cheat codes, man.
Scary.
Unbelievable.
Just
Unbelievable.
Scary
4 first
stuff.
rounders. Unbelievable.
Yeah, just scary stuff. And honestly, I'm surprised a guy like Aaron Donald is not on this list. I know he's technically a defensive tackle or whatever, but the dude just gets to the quarterback. You know, like he's very close to 100 sacks in his career in the regular season. And so you don't put a guy like that on here, but you got room for both Bosa's, which whatever. Max Crosby's on here. They got one of his former teammates, Von Miller, is on here, which, Von didn't necessarily have like the best year last year, but he had a good enough year for a 6-year, $120 million contract. But you got guys like Chandler Jones, like I said, Cam Jordan, Khalil Mack on here. You get Khalil Mack on here, but you don't have his former teammate in Robert Quinn. Like, it's just kind of weird. Like, and this article is talking about how Mack has slipped, over the past couple years because he hasn't had a double-digit sack season since 2018.
That's wild.
So you're like, okay, but you still put him on here at number 9, and you skip out on guys who have been really productive, like Quinn, like Aaron Donald. And, some of these things don't really make a whole lot of sense. Like, I would even venture to put Trey Hendrickson in the top 10. He had 13 and a half sacks his last year in New Orleans. And then last year with the Bengals, he had 14. So I'm like, well, how does that guy, are we still just, putting guys in on name recognition alone? Like, I don't understand.
That's what it kind of is. It feels like anyways, Von Miller, Khalil Mack, you just mentioned it, more of the name brand recognition. Here's what's mind-blowing about this whole list. The top 2 guys are in the same division, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, AFC North. And then 4 of the top 9 guys are playing in the AFC West, and all 4 of them are on 2 teams. Bosa and Mack on the Chargers, Chandler Jones, Max Crosby on the Raiders. What kind of insanity is this? If you're building a team from scratch, which duo are you drafting, Bosa and Mack or Jones and Crosby?
Oh, without a doubt, Mack and Bosa. Like, absolutely. Without a doubt.
Glad we're on the same page there, for sure.
I love me some Chandler Jones. And, I think the world of Max Crosby with everything that he's gone through and him coming back and being the dog that he is. But, come on, man. First of all, you got youth on the side of the other one with
Chandler Jones,
Bosa.
32, right?
Yeah. And so, look, Mack hasn't necessarily been the Mack that, you thought he was.
That we're used to see, right.
But I think now that he's going to have Bosa on the other side, we start singing Return of the Mack. Like, if he's healthy, I think he's going to be like
that
doing
Mack
his
truck,
thing.
man. 18-wheeler Mack truck coming at you. I'm with you. I got to go Bosa and Mack. I have to. Just from a pure talent standpoint. And, you know, again, accepting that age factor as well. Crosby is young, but Chandler's 32. Got to go with Mack and Bosa. And I think when superstars get stuck on bad, I mean really bad teams, they often decline in play and have a few off years for a variety of different reasons, getting triple coverage, whatever it may be. And I think that's what's happened in Chicago with Mack, with a few lost years, I'll call them. I think all the talent's still sitting there, ready to bust out in a big way, finally get freed up. And like you said, see some single one-on-one pass protection with Bosa on the opposite side for the first time in years. Pretty cool to see these rankings and get some healthy debate going. I want to hear from you. Go comment on our YouTube channel. Let us know what you think. 68 days until week 1 of the NFL season. Vikings training camp just 3 weeks away. Until then, Reggie and I got you covered every step of the way.